Hey there, welcome to Red State Update. My name's Jackie Bros.
Folks, people, this is Dunlap. Jackie,
What?
I got a question for you.
All right, what is it?
You know how MAGA hates Donald Trump now?
What?
They've all turned against him.
No, they hadn't.
They have different reasons.
No, they hadn't turned against him. Some of them, I guess, they're confused right now is the best way to put it.
That's perfect.
Confused. That's not like, we don't have anything ever to do with, again, with this pedophile. It's just more like, we're confused that the person that we voted for we like so much is more than likely a pedophile. That I understand there's a difference.
I would be confused too.
Sure.
What I'm saying is, since they're confused
Yeah.
and easily confused,
Sure.
I would like for you,
All right.
to take advantage of your powers of looking like a MAGA.
What?
Looking like just your regular run-of-the-mill racist piece of crap.
Oh,
I want you to get on here right now and say, well, I used to be MAGA, but now that Donald Trump has turned into Epstein Island's best customer, I don't know if did he pay?
I don't know how that works. I don't know this thing about it. We don't know because we can't look at the file, so we don't know.
But Jackie, no, tell me some more about how Epstein Island worked. I mean, did you have to register?
I don't know the first thing about
Pedophilia reservation.
I don't know why you make a reservation. You got to be real rich and powerful to get on a plane with another real rich and powerful man to go down and do abuse children. That's all I know about it. How they did it, why they did it, I don't want to know. Make me sick to my stomach.
When you went down there,
I never went nowhere. What the hell are you talking about?
Remember all them times you said you was going down to Panama City Beach of Destin?
No.
I destined my ass.
No, I didn't go. The hell are you talking about?
That's what I want you to do right now. Say, I voted for Donald Trump.
I did not vote for Donald Trump.
3, 4, 5 times.
I never did. No, not once.
I believe that he had been sent here by Jesus to get revenge on all of the pedophiles. That's why he was here. He was going to put Tom Hanks in jail. He was going to put President Clinton in jail. He was going to put Hillary Clinton in jail. He was going to put Chelsea Clinton in jail. All of the known pedophiles that we've known about for years,
sure,
Tom Hanks and the Clintons, were going to go to jail. And that's why I voted for him to be the hero we need right now.
I did not vote for him. I ain't going to get on here like that. No, Jackie Bowl, don't have nothing to do with him. I looked at the man. He was a know-it-all Yankee. Come down here to the South, and everybody just ate it all up. Just ate it up. I remember a time when we would have said, who is this loudmouth, know-it-all, stuck-up New Yorker son of a you-know-what coming down here telling me this and that? I remember a day like that, but not anymore. You could be as New York and as stuck up as you want as long as you're racist as hell. That's about it. That's the only thing I could figure out why the hell he just sucked everybody up from down here. I had no other reason. That and also people wanting him to take care of all the pedophiles, I guess. That had a little something.
Pedophiles and racism.
Those are the same thing, yeah. Well, that this QAnon stuff, which I don't know the first thing about, they've been going on forever, that they think Trump, once he gets in there, we got to get him, he going to wipe out all pedophilia out of politics, right? Is that what it was? All politics.
The world.
The world. It wasn't just the politics, it was the world. There we go. The pizza place, what was it up at? All of it. I don't know what the hell. It's all crazy talk as far as I know, except for the fact that we do know that a man named Jeffrey Epstein somehow died when he was under Trump's watch, or Bill Barr's watch. The minutes cut out of the video where he killed himself somehow or another. We do know they were victims. We do know he was convicted of this. We also know, what's her name? Jesseline, whatever it is.
Yeah, that's her.
She's sitting in jail for what? I don't know, because I guess there was no sex trafficking that went on, but yet she's in jail for sex trafficking. So I don't understand any of that. But anyhow, he was going to get to the bottom of all that. We're going to find out all them celebrities on there, all these people, Bill Clinton, whoever it was. Who knows?
Everybody you have been told to hate
Yep.
by Fox News for the last 20, 30 years were on that Epstein list.
They were all pedophiles. Every one of them went to Epstein Island. We were about to get the record. Pam Bondi said, I'm sitting up there going, I got him right here on my desk. We're going to get it. Hold them up. Here they are.
Romney didn't actually show you binders full of women.
No.
Did he?
I don't think he opened them up. He just said he had them. He just said it, yeah.
I'd take a look at them.
Well, I don't know about that. He did what the qualifications were, whatnot.
I don't know what was in there.
Well, I don't either. We'll never know about that, and I guess we'll never know about this either. And because the Republicans, last night, they brought it to the floor. Now, they didn't bring it to the floor, of course, but they voted to make sure that the Epstein files don't get out. Here is the party that loves children more than anybody. They've done everything in their power to save children. They have banned tons of books out of schools, by God, to protect the children. Ban them books. They have banned young trans children from the bathrooms. Get them out of there. We got to protect our children.
The other children.
Well, the ones that aren't named.
Those children.
Not those children.
Also not the children of immigrants that's being left like in an apartment making hamburger helper every night.
By themselves. Yep, that's right. Yep.
Was children, not the children that are handcuffed being marched through the federal building, lost that. Not those children. The other children, yes. Sure, got to save them from the pedophile.
We care more about those children than anything else. We're the party that stands up for them. But all these rich people that abused and assaulted children repeatedly, we're just going to let them off. We don't need to know about that. Let's just let it go. Why is everybody? That's what Trump keeps saying. Why keep bringing this up? Just time to let it go. Some of them MAGAs or whatever, people that talk good for him that screamed about this for years and years, are now going, well, people, we just got to get past this and just move on. The president may be a pedophile. He may not. We'll never know, but we just got to go on and get past it, all right?
Maybe, if we're lucky, we'll find out there was another high-powered sex criminal, child trafficking, pedophile who had lists of other famous pedophiles that we hate, and we can move over to that side of the island. Another island. Maybe there's another island. Has somebody else had an island? Probably there's some kids on there. We don't know, but we got to find out.
Yeah.
If we're spending all this time on Jeffrey Epstein, who we already know about, except for all the facts, instead of looking forward to the next pedophile we can spend all our days and nights obsessing over. Don't you folks know that when you call someone a pedophile, that's the worst thing you can call?
Yeah.
So when the uprising happens and we take all our machine guns that we've been allowed to keep to go on the lookout to kill pedophiles, which everyone likes to do. Well, I mean, if you say, well, if somebody did that to my daughter, you know what I'd do? I'd get my machine gun.
Sure, yeah.
So now, if you call somebody a pedophile and you say it enough times on Facebook and you say it enough times on, I guess they don't call people pedophiles on Fox News. Literally.
Yeah, just out allegedly, maybe this or that. Could have been, yeah.
There's no coming back from being a pedophile, right? That's the worst. And when you say, well, there's all these pedophiles, and there literally was, I will say it's conspiracy. It's a little, salacious. It's gross, but there's also some sort of, people get some kind of sick thrill out of dwelling on this all the time. When you actually have the pedophile and you have a case on him, it's probably good. It would be good, especially if everybody who voted for you also really wants to get to the bottom of this, to just give it to him. Yeah, you gave the racists huge immigration raids, violent, cruel, unnecessary.
Yeah,
you're giving all sorts of people, all sorts of Project 2025 people what they wanted. But you won't give the people who wanted the pedophile facts to come out. I can't figure out why.
Well, he told us why. He did. I guess he just found this out because he didn't mention it before when he said, I'm going to make sure we're going to get to the bottom of this. But he told us, the president himself said, these were all made up. This is what we feel for it. Obama and Comey made up all this stuff about Epstein files.
That makes sense.
Well, that's what it was. Hell, wait, we're not going to put that out there. That's just a bunch of gobbledygook. We're not going to put that out there for everybody to look at. Why would I do that?
You might as well sit there and read Dreams of My Father.
Yeah.
For all the good it'll do you. Don't come up here with any of that Epstein list shit. That's a fairy tale. We have more important stuff to worry about these days.
Yeah.
Like ripping children from their parents' arms.
Absolutely.
So we can send them to Sudan.
That's right. Rounding up people who pick all of our vegetables and do all the hard work of this nation. We got to round them up, stick them in cages down in Florida, sweat them to death. How many people have died so far? One man we know of, ice chased down, died, the older man.
It's hard to, again, it's sort of like with the Epstein list. If you don't tell nobody what has gone wrong, if you don't list all the terrible things that have happened, it's hard to send anybody to jail.
Yeah.
I don't know who all have they rounded up. Hard to say. If they got lists of people somewhere, maybe. Are they even keeping track of who they're getting?
Well, somebody's on this. There's a few statistics out there. We do know this. About 70-something% of all the peoples locked up in these cages are non-criminals, have never broken a law, don't have any records whatsoever.
But, Jackie, they're illegal.
No, they're undocumented is what it is. They're not illegal. A human being can't just be illegal. They got to break the damn law.
It's like
different.
Saying you're a pedophile. You can't come back from that. Like, all these Democrats, they're all pedophiles. It's like, well, all these illegals are illegal. They're here. They broke the law when they cross the border.
Sure.
And like everybody who breaks the law, from speeders to jaywalkers to shoplifters, they should be torn from their families and their lives and sent to a country where they are not from and where we have no control over what happens to them once they leave these borders, even though we're paying those people.
Yep.
Or are they paying us?
I don't know how it works.
There's money's changing hands.
There's money changing hands somewhere in order to torture and hurt brown people that live in this country. It's just pathetic and pitiful.
I don't understand the Kristi Noem was on all the Sunday talk. Did you know they still have them Sunday talk shows?
Nope.
On the TV networks that pay Trump bribes?
That's how they get to keep their TV shows on the air. All the news channels have to pay Trump, $13-14 million or something like that in order to keep functioning. I'll just pay you. Y'all do what you want.
And then they still have Kristi Noem on there to talk about FEMA.
Texas, that's right. It's horrible in Texas. If you're able to help out in Texas, or brothers and sisters down there, please do what you can. It's bad shape down there. Give the Red Cross or some charitable organization. God bless their hearts. They're suffering down there. But plenty of them tried to call FEMA when they was under, the terrible strain that they're under with the weather conditions there, what's going on, and couldn't get through. Surprise, surprise. They fired how many people from there? They wore out FEMA trying to close it out. If you can remember, they were slowly just trying to phase that out. But not now. Now that we got Texas happening here, we're going to hang on to them just a little bit longer, but there still ain't enough of them to help anybody, it looks like.
I guess they got sold all the phones.
Something like that.
Elon Musk was like, can't we just ask Grok to call somebody for us? Like if you're underwater, if your house is underwater or your Bible camp or whatever, just get on Grok and say, hey, Grok, what should I do? And they'll say, I don't know. Have you thought about vilifying the Jews?
Didn't the government take over this computer brain or whatever it is? I don't know what the government just made a contract to use this service that asks people to be Nazis, more or less, right?
Yeah. That's
what we need. Hopefully they're going to put that in place of all the people that the Supreme Court said that Trump can fire from the Department of Education. So we're going to wipe out the Department of Education, let Grok take over, teach all these children good things like how to be a Nazi. What the hell is this? What kind of computer tells somebody to do that? I guess one made big lunch. Yeah, it makes
Well, they're kind of confused. Like it's Elon. Why is this car so racist? Well, Elon Musk made it. It's like every time you have technology, you're like, this technology seems a little racist. Well, guess where that came from?
Well,
Elon Musk.
I wouldn't trust one of them cars. They probably swerved toward people of color. God, Lord only knows. I just don't trust any of these people. No. Huh?
I think that the thing with the anti-Semitic computer AI is that people were confused. Well, Trump's giving Israel all this money.
Sure.
And yet he and a lot of the people in his administration also very clearly anti-Jewish.
Yep.
So maybe they're just saying, okay, well, now we'll just offload some of the anti-Semitism to AI so that I have more time to give weapons to Israel. Or maybe they're like, okay, we'll let the AI be anti-Semitic and we can just focus on Mexicans.
They'll take over for us, for a little bit.
Yeah.
Like, I can't hate Mexicans and Jews at the same time. It wears you out. A racist could get tired sometimes and needs a little help, needs a little backup from his computer, yeah.
It may just be that they're so anti-Semitic they need help.
Sure.
Well, bring in AI. AI is not supposed to replace humans. That's what they keep saying. That these companies that are bringing in AI to replace humans, they all say, well, it's not to replace humans. It's just to help the humans who already work here.
There's no way this computer can hate Jews as much as a human. Just enough to help address whatever issues that you may be having with being a Nazi and hating Jews.
Now, someday we might get to the point where a computer can hate Jews more than a human. But as of right now, at least with this administration, in this current climate, we're not there yet.
Yeah. Well, we're going to fine-tune this technology now that the government has contracts with it and is going to be in charge of your Social Security. So that'd be all right.
But AI so far not doing anything to help flood victims. We got rid of FEMA. Remember, because that was another conspiracy theory that MAGA, the Tea Party, conservatives, Republicans, whatever branch of asshole you want to call it, they said FEMA was going to round up people just off the street, anonymously,
sure,
wearing masks, big guns, militarized, roll through the neighborhoods, pick people up, put them in camps here on this soil. Americans, no rights, rounded up, put in camps, held with no release.
It's insult to injury. After you've lost everything, your home, automobiles, everything, FEMA comes along and does that to you. Can you believe it?
Yep. So, luckily, they got rid of FEMA. Yeah. We don't have to worry about any
None of that anymore. No.
And they got rid of the Department of Education, so you don't have to worry about, say, making sure that kids in inner cities or small town, rural communities have the same opportunities as kids in richer communities. You don't have to worry about disabled kids being able to get into school.
I know.
You see them out there in front, and they're like, well, I can't. It's just stairs. And used to, somebody had to be like, well, hell, now I got to get a ramp. Or they come down, they give you a ticket. Where's the ramp? There's a kid outside. Well, I saw him. Now they don't have to do nothing. They just say, how's it going, Kurt? Kurt says, I can't get in. I know it. What do you want me to do about it? Build a ramp? Don't have to worry about it now. Department of Education.
The Department of Education has a lot to do, people may realize, not realize, with civil rights in general. What it's supposed to do is even the playing fields of our education system, whatnot. Like you said, children deprived of money, whatnot, should be able to get an education in this country as much as some rich, whatever kid, wherever else at. And now that's all gone. That assurance is completely gone. Not that it was there. It's not like our education system was doing great as it was, but it sure ain't going to be no better now that you cut it in half. Hell.
Well, now you can some companies will come in and buy the schools. And then you'll have to pay. You'll have to pay to go to school. Maybe you have to pay for, how smart are you? And they'll just sort of have AI figure out how much your kid learned, how smart he is.
See, that's what people think. They say Doge and all this, cutting all these programs, cutting this is to save money. Well, how's it saving money when the bill you just signed is going to add $500 million, trillion, however much to it? It ain't going to save nothing. What the Republicans want to do, and have always wanted to do, and looks like they're doing it pretty good right now, is to get rid of all these programs. They want to privatize it. They don't want the government involved with Social Security. They want to be, Musk called it a pyramid scheme. Well, that's what they actually want it to be, because they want a company to take that over. And if you lose your money, you lose your money, whatnot. They want all this stuff to fail. Medicare, Social Security, spot education, all this stuff. FEMA, you're gonna have to pay to call somebody up to help you when there's a storm or tornado or whatever. That's what they want. They want the government out of all this stuff just so somebody can get in that place and make that money. That's all what this is about right now.
And these people that come in here, we don't live in the same time where it used to. People just wanted to make money. We're like, well, we want to make money, and it doesn't matter about the poor kid. We want to make money. It doesn't matter about, helping the... Now we live in a time where people make money by being shitty in shittification. You heard of that, Jackie?
What is it?
That's where things just get worse and worse, and people make more and more money until it closes down. Toys R Us, gone. That's what they're going to Toys R Us, the damn schools.
Yeah.
People come in, they'll buy, and you'll be like, well, why ain't my kid? School just ain't worth it anymore. My kid ain't learning nothing. It's terrible. I'm spending all this money. They don't care. They're going to make the money. Nobody has a reason to do good schools. They can make money doing bad schools. They're going to they're getting rid of the Department of Education. They're going to make it worse and worse. That's why they put Linda McMahon in there. She's not somebody who cares about education. That's why everybody running all these departments are people who hate those departments and what they stand for.
Yeah.
So they're getting rid of everything they can so that people will come in, use it to make money, privatize everything, but nobody starts a company to do a good job and give people what they want anymore.
Well,
they just do it to make money.
Yep.
So now your kid's future, like in school, and your kid's future, like in a flood or a tornado.
If your child's disabled, bless their hearts. What are you going to do about it?
What are you going to do? Is there a way to make money off of it? Maybe. We'll figure it out.
We're going to find out.
Ask Grok. Is it Jewish? That's how that computer talks, I guess.
Good Lord.
I could have done a robot voice. Is it Jewish?
Speaking of getting rid of things, whether it's the Department of Education, all this stuff, I believe Pam Bondi got rid of her ethics. What is it? Everybody, listen, if you're in government and you're in charge of ethics, you're going to be on the unemployment line here pretty soon if you ain't already. She got rid of one of the highest ethics officers in the DOJ. It may have something to do with this Epstein thing or not. Who knows? She's doing so many damn illegal things. What's to say? Who knows?
What does the ethics department, they must have been exhausted since Trump come in. Like, what do they do? Are they just walking around going, oh, my God?
Yeah.
Like, what can you possibly do? I will take this over to the ethics department. Like, what are they going to do? Like, there's nothing. And who would even say that?
Yeah.
Either they were overworked to the point of, like, 24-hour shifts, no vacation. Everybody just stay here and try to process what's going on. We'll send out for lunch. Or it was just crickets. Nobody was in there. Everybody was afraid to go to the ethics. Like, I don't know if they have to wait for somebody to come to them, which is like no business.
Sure.
Or if they go out and investigate laxes in ethics in the Trump administration, which in that case, that would be just exhausting.
I don't know how if they cut staff left and right, you can't leave one person to do that. There's no way. Nothing. There got to be a whole staff of people. But of course, they're all fired now. So yeah.
All I do is look at my phone, and I can't keep up with that. That blows my mind. That makes me sick. What if that was your job, and then try to figure out what do you do? Like, oh, this is an ethical violation.
Who do you tell
that has happened? Yeah,
I better tell the FBI. You need to know this. Cash Patel, oh, thank you very much. And of course, when he puts that on his desk, he looks at it, he calls up Pam Bondi, you got to look at this.
They used to call Dan Bongino, but he ain't there no more.
He won't answer his phone. I don't know where he's at.
He won't quit, but he's just sitting in the McDonald's parking lot going, what the?
Nobody knew where he was. This is it. You remember people got mad at the last, the Secretary of Defense? Remember he went and had something removed or something. He went to the hospital or whatnot, and the Republicans raised hell about where he was. He didn't tell nobody where he went, this and that. He was in the hospital for a whole day, and nobody was in charge of the military, all this stuff. Here's damn Bongino, or whatever the hell his name was, with a deputy. The FBI goes missing for a day because he's mad that nobody's going to go after child molester. I think that's why he wanted that job. He'd been on TV and computers and radio screaming about it for God knows how. I mean, that's pretty much how he made his career, like the rest of them, all of them now. So he didn't want to go to work. Nobody. They were calling CNN. People in the administration were calling CNN to find out where it was. You seen him? Do you know if he came into work today? We don't know. Where is he? Hell.
Did CNN know where he was?
I don't think it did.
Don't call a reporter.
I think he went. No, I think he went to Florida for a while. He went to Florida for.
So they didn't know who.
I don't know, investigative journalism, whatnot. Like, we can't figure it out. Hopefully one of y'all at CNN knows where he at, because he ain't come to work. And then suppose, like this, Trump chewed him out. Like, you need to get over, like he's chewing out all of MAGA. He does it directly to Don Bongino's face. You need to let this Epstein shit go, buddy. Gotta let it go. We can't worry about all them children. There's lots of children out there going through stuff. You can't worry about these.
It's tough to be a kid.
Yeah.
That's what Trump says.
Yes.
You ever see Goonies? They went through some shit in that.
What?
In Goonies.
What is it?
Also, if somebody from the Trump administration is missing, first place I'd look is Florida.
Pretty much, I think. Or Las Vegas. You're one of two places. Cass Patel, for the first, when he was running the FBI, I think he spent the first 2 weeks out in can I move my office in Las Vegas? Sure, go ahead, whatever. Yeah, it's fine. Which I'm sure the rest of the FBI were fine with that. The ones in Washington. Yeah, you go on out there, yeah. Who's missing Don Bongino?
He don't get back on the radio. Tell that Idemans make money.
Yeah.
You can talk about pedophiles, but never have to do nothing about it.
Yeah. He's in a position now where he was supposed to do something about it, but he was told that he can't. And now, what do? I can't talk about it now either. I took his job to go arrest them pedophiles, and now you're saying I can't even talk about it? Nope.
This is not funny, the pedophile.
No, there's nothing funny about it.
But the fact that Trump is up there saying, oh, come on, you guys, just forget about it. There is no list. There's no files. Also, it's made up by Obama. Obama made it up.
Yeah.
Also, just the other day, who was he calling a liar? Trump. And he brought up the John Lovett's character, Tommy Flanagan from Saturday Night Live. Remember the liar? He didn't get a movie. You may not remember.
I didn't get no more. Goat heads.
No, he was the liar. It was John Lovett's little guy, and he'd go, yeah, that's the ticket. He was lying the whole time. You remember what I'm talking about?
Beldar. No, he was cold head. They lied to people. They said they were from France.
They did lie to people, but really just about that one thing about being from France.
All right.
And not being coneheads. But this man...
Well, you can see that conehead. Look at him. You can tell what they are. Something ain't right. I mean, this is a long time ago on TV. I better remember.
So Trump lying again. He seems a little panicked. He was always worried about the Epstein stuff. They showed that clip. Remember when he sued? Who did he sue for the? That was CBS.
CBS, which they gave him $13 million, something like that. ABC gave him some money. Here you go, whatever. Yeah.
And shakedowns. It's just shakedowns. What a nice network you got here. Be ashamed if something happened to it. This is a great merger or whatever. Anyway, he come out. Now he's like, no, it's nothing. It's nothing. No, don't worry about it. He just stammered through the whole thing. They asked him what was going on. He stammered through the whole thing. They cut all that out and just left in the first part. He said, yeah, I probably would release it. See
what it was. He said, yeah, I think, would you release the UFO file? Sure. JFK file. Sure. Epstein file. Yeah, I'll do that. And then give it a beat.
20 minutes.
Like, maybe not the Epstein file. Yeah, maybe not that. But they didn't put that in the commercial, did they? And I didn't see Harris suing the hell out of Fox. Of course, everybody's suing Fox right now anyway. Fox is who you need to sue. I don't understand. Out of all the people, Trump's got to be mad because he's made, what, $12 million, $13 million from lawsuits to various TV networks. But Fox, he ain't made $7 $700 million, almost $1 billion. He ain't made $700 billion off of suing the network yet. He. That's what he wants. That's what he wants. Now, the voting machines, they got their money from Fox. They sued them, Fox, and the reason they got it is because Fox News lies. That's why. They just don't pay $700 million to somebody for no reason. No, they paid it because they are liars. They lie. They are not legitimate news. They paid $700 million because they were ordered to, because they are liars. Now, Trump wants that $700 million, but you'll never get that. Go for Smartmatic. Go for whoever it is. You ain't ever going to get that much money. Trust you. Trust me. You ain't.
When they start going after him for being Epstein's buddy, maybe he'll try to sue him then, and maybe they'll have to pay him off. But he ain't going to get the $700 million.
He get $700 million for it. No, he ain't.
Get 10, $20 million from them.
Yeah, but you ain't going to get that. You ain't getting that voting machine money. You may want it, Trump, but you ain't getting it. Keep trying. Keep trying, yeah.
What the MAGA turn against him, some people don't like it. It's been a little rocky.
Yeah.
A lot of people having trouble with the Jeffrey Epstein thing.
And they're also, thankfully, it warms my heart just this much a little bit, a lot of Republicans don't like this immigration. Sure, there's the racist ones that are like, get them, but the majority of them do not like what is happening in our country right now. Thank God, gives me a little bit of hope.
I think one thing people could do to make that a bigger rift is to emphasize how much Stephen Miller is in control of that.
Yes.
That is all Stephen Miller.
Yep.
You can listen to old stuff Stephen Miller said, and he said, you got to go in there, you got to do it mean, because you want to scare them.
Yeah.
You want to scare them from not coming in this country. And then you listen to him like this weekend, what show was he on where he was like, yeah, think about if there was no illegals, you could go into the grocery store and get through the line faster. You wouldn't have to. He's like, oh, it's just like you get your doctor's appointment quicker. It's all these things.
You may get through the line faster, but there ain't gonna be no damn produce in the section to get.
I don't know if he cares. He saw somebody at Ralph's that made him mad.
Yep.
And he is upset that there are people in this country that he doesn't like being here. We don't know why he doesn't like them, but he don't like them.
Nope.
And he doesn't really care about, he says it's so that to redistribute wealth to the middle class of America by getting all the immigrants doing these jobs out of here so that real Americans can do these jobs. But
get ripped off for doing jobs that nobody wants to do, and I guarantee you white people ain't going to do. Tell you right now.
He just wants it to be all white. He's like, and every time he starts talking about it, he sounds crazier and crazier, and his voice gets a little high-pitched, and he's up there. He sounds kind of like a damn, it's a Muppet, a really hateful, racist Muppet.
Now, he is the best butt kisser of all of them.
Yeah.
He's lasted the longest. Musk didn't last long. Bannon didn't last long. And he used to work for Bannon. That's where he come from. He was Bannon's little sidekick before Trump. And after Bannon left, he kissed that butt. Trump kept him there. He kissing that butt better than anybody else. Think of all people kissing Trump's butt right now. They can't get past Stephen Miller to give it a good smooch.
And none of them like Stephen Miller either. Everybody hates Stephen Miller.
Yeah.
And it's sort of amazing that he's gotten this far, that he is the architect of this terrible, terrible, cruel, inhumane policy. I mean, sure, there's all sorts of people who are like, yeah, build the wall. It's just sort of reflexive racism now. At this point, if you're a Republican, you think there's an invasion at the border.
Yep.
You got to build the wall, bliggity blah. You get rid of all the illegal immigrants. Wait, I didn't mean Shirley. And then slowly you're like, well, that other Shirley, they got rid of her too. All the nice Mexicans I know are named Shirley, and somehow they've all disappeared. That's a coincidence. This fictional character I'm talking about right now only knows Hispanic people named Shirley. They're not just rounding up people named Shirley. They're rounding up all sorts of people. I want to make that very clear. Stephen Miller is behind it all.
Yep.
It's Trump, when the rich people said, hey, come, leave us some Mexicans. Trump said, okay, we're going to do that. And then Stephen Miller probably flipped his bald top.
Sure.
And he said, he may not have yelled at Trump.
No, he didn't yell at him. No.
But he yelled at that farm secretary lady, and she had to come out and say, oh, no, there's no amnesty. No amnesty. Amnesty's bad. No amnesty at all. And then they're all probably trying to figure out a way to get some amnesty here. But they can't let Stephen Miller know they're doing that. Stephen Miller's the one that said, go round up everybody at Home Depot.
Yeah. You ain't getting enough people. You ain't getting gang members. You need to go to Home Depot. You need to go to farms. You need to go to restaurants. That's where we're going to get them. He's the one that told them to do that.
All from Stephen Miller. That ain't even for, listen, and I know Trump, everybody else is going along with it. I don't know. Trump is just happy that he's fulfilled a campaign promise of being really racist. Now, it's gotten a little bit away from him. And on top of giving bombs to Israel, giving bombs to Ukraine now, the tariff stuff, which is kind of rocky, and the Epstein stuff, and now a lot of people saying, hey, maybe we don't have to be quite this mean. We're mean in this country.
Yeah, we
like being mean.
Hateful and mean people.
Hateful and mean. I don't know what happened.
Just happened. That's what it is now.
I mean, I kind of can trace it back to a couple of different
Well, that's true, yeah.
But Stephen Miller is the one pushing all this. And if Trump starts seeing real numbers slip, we don't know this for sure because they probably think that now that they have like a private ICE army, they can just do whatever they want and stay in office forever. But there is a chance, small chance, that Trump is going to say, hey, maybe be a little nicer to the immigrants you're shipping overseas to Sudan.
Yeah.
I guess that helps Stephen Miller's case here, too, because a lot of people making money off this.
Oh, yeah. Well, he's making money. He making money. Himself is making money off of this. He's helping build those jails and everything like that. They're putting them in. Now, there's something letting up a little bit because Trump now just said he's bringing the National Guard out of Los Angeles. I guess they don't need them anymore all of a sudden. We'll see what happens there. And there's something else happening terrible. As terrible and awful human beings we should be concerned about first and most, but I need to talk about this because everybody knows how much I love animals. Now, out in California, this is what happens when you jerk people up out of nowhere without due process and throw them in a van and take them to God knows where. They have children at home. They have pets and animals. Most people have pets and animals. The shelters are filling up out in Los Angeles because they're just taking people. And thank God these animals are being found to get to put in the shelter. Because Lord knows how many are stuck at home since the owner's been shipped out of the country in the apartment or in the house or whatever, starving to death right now. When you just jerk people up without any concern about anything whatsoever, everybody suffers from that. And these poor animals out in Los Angeles, they need homes. So if you need to adopt an animal, please look into that Los Angeles shelters, animal shelter, because there's a lot of animals that need homes right now. Yeah.
Are they pulling out the 2,000 Marines to send Kristi Noem in to take care of the animals?
That could be what's happening, yeah. Give her something to do. She ain't handling FEMA too well, so give her something she knows how to do good.
I don't like that.
Nope.
Do we know for sure that there's animals in apartments across Los Angeles starving? No. Are we going to say it again? Yes.
Yes.
ICE raids are causing animals, little cute dogs, kitties, probably some gerbils, to starve to death in hot-ass Los Angeles apartments as people are being ripped up out of Los Angeles. Across this nation,
yep.
Michigan, Chicago, any city, Nashville.
Pretty much.
All the immigrants, not just Hispanic immigrants, but immigrants from all over the world. When they start running out of Hispanics, you're going to see everybody. That's when you'll see real inclusion. And let me tell you, they all got pets.
Yep.
And so once again, I want to say, do we know this for sure? No, but they are.
We do know for sure that the animal shelters are filling up
yep.
right now. So if you're able to contribute to Los Angeles animal shelters, please contribute to them with food, money, and that sort of stuff. And if you're able to adopt a pet, please, by all means, go do that because it's pitiful what's happening, like he said, all over the damn country right now. More pitiful for the people and human beings, but their pets too. It's just insult to injury.
Are they taking this money? We talked about this on here before. What happens when they take somebody off the damn road from work, from their job, from a court appearance, when they round them up, put them in a van, and then send them to a holding center, a detention center in the basement of a building, or in a makeshift ass-looking place in the middle of Florida.
Yeah, where there's 35 people in one cell, supposedly. That's what they're saying. People who are going in there and looking at people are soling themselves because they ain't got no place to go to the damn bathroom. And we don't know what's going on. We're just hearing this secondhand from people that they're letting in there. Lord knows what's going on.
So what happens to their money? What happens to all their stuff?
We don't know that either.
We know a lot of people. We don't know where
people's faces look like. We don't know where they're sending people. We don't know what they're doing with any of these people. We don't know nothing about ICE.
We don't know where Trump sat on that plane.
Nope.
We don't know how many times he went to that island.
Have no idea. A few, I guarantee you.
We don't know how many times Henry Kissinger went to that island. I'm just spitballing who shall not be on
Bill Clinton, definitely.
Sure. All right. Yeah. People are like, oh, the Democrats tried to protect themselves. I'm pretty sure years ago, Democrats all made peace with the fact that Bill Clinton's going to wind up in jail at some point. It's not going to be a huge surprise. People aren't going to be like, oh, man, can you believe that? Yeah, I can. I can too, yeah. I tell you what, this I know it's all Stephen Miller. He did it. I like showing his face on TV because it makes Trump mad and it makes everybody else throw up. And then they go, this is the man behind the thing I like? Yeah. Yeah, that's why it's mean and cruel, don't make no sense, because he's crazy. But I'll tell you who else I don't like.
Who?
That shaved Winnie the Pooh looking motherfucker, Tom Homan. Oh, hell. He is also terrible. He is, it looked like a assistant football coach from the worst town in Arkansas. He looks like, I don't see how he has time to be the immigration czar and run that bar on Murphy Brown. He is a bully. He is thick-headed. He is thin-skinned. He is braying. He is belligerent. He is always on TV saying things like, oh, go, you bring it, or like, oh, I'll put them in jail. Yeah.
He said what? What'd they say? Well, I'll put them in jail with them. Hell. And then he has to backtrack stuff. He said, we can go get as many people and ask them, just because of their skin color, we can jerk whoever we want and ask them what we want to. I'll keep jerking up brown people as much as I want. And he goes on TV. Well, we're not racial profiling. What the hell is that? That's all that is.
What people need to understand is that we can do whatever we want. Yeah. Then next week, like, well, we can't do whatever we want, but then we still just do whatever.
They still do whatever they want.
This man, he should be working at Home Depot, not arresting people at Home Depot.
Yeah.
He looks like the guy at Home Depot who's been a stock boy for 30 years and finally gets fired because he never bothered to learn where the light bulbs are. He sits in the back, you know this man, he sits in the back room. He's been there forever. Nobody ever knows what he does. He's like 30 minutes past his break is over. He's sitting in the break room going, yeah, I told him I should bring it. Did you hear that? Everybody avoiding him. It's just like he's like a squatter version of Stephen Miller. They belong together, these two. Yeah. They really, this Fred Merge-looking motherfucker. I see him on TV all the time. Jackie, I have cussed on this show.
I know it.
20 years you've been telling me to watch my language.
I know it.
Yeah. I have cussed up and down, back and forth and sideways.
I don't like to hear it. I don't like to hear it. I just don't like to hear cuss words.
Yeah. I use the old-timey, beloved cuss words. I cuss on the cutting edge. Yeah. I say everything I can possibly think of to say in the cuss word department. But there's a couple of words I don't like to say.
All right.
They feel wrong in my mouth, but it's a time when sacrifice is needed. And I just want to say, and I want to apologize before I say it.
All right.
Tom Homan is a turd.
Well, yeah.
That was that voluntary.
You could.
I was not saying that.
No, he's a fathers. Why? That's right. He is a turd. That's what he is. You'd say turd.
He's a pile of horse hockey in a barred suit. That doesn't bother me. He's a huge pile of shit. He's a dickhead. He's a boy, the asshole, the shit ass shit. He's a son of a bitching bastard.
Don't get carried away.
He's a motherfucking son. He is somehow a dick.
Watch your mouth.
And okay, I was about to say the C word, and while that doesn't bother me, I just thought I wouldn't be able to stop calling him that. So I'll just leave it there.
Leave it.
And word. See,
you don't like it. I never knew you didn't like that. I got a defense word now.
I don't like that word. I don't like
it's turd.
No,
turd.
That's wrong.
Turd.
Stop.
He's a
queries
floating in the toilet.
I mean, he is.
Dog turd sitting on the ground.
Well, that's
turning white.
Somehow it's better to say that than with just like a. When you say a, that means it's from a person. And I don't mind talking about shit or shitting all over the place, shit in the bathroom, shit on the toilet, shit. That don't bother me. That it's that one word, something about I don't like it. I don't like how it sounds. I've been reading it in like reviews, literary journals are using it. I don't like it. Can we go back to a time where we had class and respect for each other? Can we not make America turdless again? Oh man, it bothers me.
I never knew that. That's the first time I'm hearing this. Of course, I don't go around saying turd that much. I ain't got no reason to, other than looking at CNN or Fox News, yeah.
I shouldn't have brought it up.